Before we start, one of the topics we covered on this week's episode was about Munchausen being hospitalized. You see, we recorded this podcast after the Rooster Teeth announcement, and at that point nothing else had been made public. During the editing process, the news of Monty's passing were brought to light, which was a shock to us in the RT community, of course. We'd like to wish all the best to Monty's family and friends. Through his work, Monty has inspired thousands of people, and he will certainly be missed. Rest in peace, Monty.
I'm already discomfortable with this. Discomfortable? Uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's
Wow!
well done.
Fantastic.
Damn, Tyler.
Podcast over.
Yeah, we'll end it there.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Shifty podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
TDBTyler.
the discomfortable guy.
Fuck you.
I'm Gaff.
It's Julius.
Yay! He's a new one.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, should we start getting him up now, or...
No, guys,
No.
I need my lunch money, guys. Please don't. I don't need it.
You only need
Fine.
it to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah, who needs to do that?
yeah.
Eating's so overrated nowadays.
I know, right?
You know, Gaff, that raises a question. You sound like you have experience on that. Have you ever, taken kids' lunch money, stuffed them in lockers and stuff?
Yes, all the time.
Out of everyone
as
we've
much.
had on the podcast, this is the person you ask.
Yeah!
It's like,
I mean,
really?
Dude, I'm sure Gaff must have, a motorcycle gang.
totally.
Oh, definitely.
They give out hugs and bruises.
Bruises because of hugs.
Or, because of baseball bats to the face.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Gaff,
is-
if you were to have a gang, I'm not saying you are in a gang, but if you were to have a motorcycle gang, what would be the name?
Ice G and the Death Dealers.
Okay.
That was actually more creative than I expected.
Man, you had it all planned out. Perfect.
This is where we Google that, and it's actually a thing, and it's like a picture of Gaff at the front.
There's FBI
chopper.
searching for her stuff.
It's like explosions in the background and buildings that have just been taken down with a motorcycle gang that's sitting in front, and her.
Well,
That'd
so
be
we
scary.
barely started the podcast and we already uncovered a motorcycle gang.
Good
That's a
work.
lot of productivity for a day.
Now to ruin that productivity by talking about stuff like butts and poop and, I don't know, cactuses.
Awesome.
Cactus penis, yeah.
No, wait, I was right, wasn't I? It is cactus. It's not cactuses.
No, it's cactus and the plural in English would be cacti, isn't it?
Cacti.
Yeah. I need people to teach me English nowadays.
Yeah,
not-
apparently.
Yeah.
Discomfortable? Cactuses?
Discomfortable. I was going to be like, oh, I could edit that out later, but now I have to keep it in because
Hey,
people
Tyler.
refer to
Yep.
it.
What is the number that comes after a 32?
33.
Free.
Very good.
So,
I at least said one the word right this time.
you said both of them.
Well done.
Damn. To explain to It's Julius, the new podcast guest here, I've been getting a bad rap because I can't pronounce the number 3 correctly. But
For other words, apparently.
yeah,
Number 3.
yeah, like I keep on saying it as the word free, as in the act of liberating people.
This is just what?
Because Tyler's a freedom fighter.
No, it's
Down.
because my
Freedom fighter.
dialect is weird, and and these guys are bullies.
Yeah, just say 2 plus 1.
2 plus 1 is
Yeah,
3.
1, 2, 2 plus 1.
Yeah. Gosh damn it, Gaff. She's just typed a
Perfect.
message saying freedom fighter, but with 3 being represented by the number 3. I'm pronouncing the word
Nice.
right nowadays, though, aren't I?
Eh.
Please, I am. Meh. Eh.
Oh man, I'm hurting so much. God damn it.
Oh yeah, you're still suffering with the recovery after your surgery,
Yeah,
right?
you're...
Yeah, I feel
That's
like this
falling out.
might be getting old, but I was just saying that 10 minutes before we started recording, I was fine. But then I started getting small outbursts of pain, and every time I laugh, it's like one of those get discharged. It's something.
And that sucks.
Yeah, But hey, I
hey,
was mentioning that I
transition.
kind of know how it feels getting stabbed in my coccyx. And if you think about it, it's true. I mean, you go through a surgery and they use scalpel, so I guess I could say I got stabbed with a scalpel in my coccyx.
Technically.
That's hardcore, man. Hey, Gaff,
Technically.
can I join your gang? I mean, if you were to have one.
She's running
You mean,
the numbers.
hypothetically speaking,
Oh,
do
yeah,
you
of
want to
course.
hypothetically join my game?
Your
Hypothetically.
hypothetical gang.
Your hypothetical gang,
If this
hypothetically.
were to be real, gang. I'm not saying it is or isn't, but yes.
Thank you.
And confirmed.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yes. This is a hypothetical podcast where you're hypothetically not listening to it at the moment. We're just audio waves and data. You're not actually listening to us right now. Isn't that creepy? Like, what the audience, when they actually listen to this, they're not actually listening to us. They're just listening to data that I've edited. That's fucked up. Hypothetical.
I like how that's fucked up for some reason.
That's fucked up. But being stabbed in the coccyx, that's not fucked up.
You made it fucked
Yeah.
up.
Ah. Speaking about things being fucked up, someone finish that segue. Louis, you're good at these.
Perfect transition.
So, speaking of getting
Loved it.
fucked up, today iDarb came online on Xbox Live, or at least it came for free for people with Games with Gold. By the way, best segue ever. If you don't agree, shut up. And I gotta
I don't
say,
agree.
I was... Well, shut up. I was not expecting a lot from that game. Because I started watching the Let's Play by Achievement Hunter, and I was like, man, this game sucks. Like, okay, I'll just stop there. But I was not happy that this was the Games with Gold. But then,
I haven't
I
seen
was like, well, it's a free game, so, let's check
You're getting
it.
what you're paid for.
Yeah, I mean, and the achievements are, well, most of them are pretty easy. If you don't have a Connect, you're fucked because you can get like 4 of them or 5, and they are like the lowest achievement I think is worth 75 gamer score or 50. They're all really
Oh,
high,
damn.
but yeah, but it's not like there's a handful of achievements. And the game itself, really confusing. Like there's a lot going on the screen. But one thing that won me over, that I might try to get some achievements and see what it is about, the gameplay, there are teams, and they all have themes. And you can pick like all sorts of stuff. There is one based on the Oddworld Inhabitants company.
Nice.
And I probably already mentioned, but I kind of have a huge gamer boner for the Oddworld series. So when I saw that, I was like, well, okay, I'll give it a chance. I was gonna say shot, then I always said chance. That's weird.
Chance.
Yeah.
But have you guys watched the Let's Play or downloaded the game or something?
I have not yet, man. I don't know. There's a lot of videos I've missed recently, and I don't know. I haven't seen much.
I know literally nothing about it, but I've got a confession about Abe's Oddysee.
Confess.
This better be good.
Like
a good confession.
This is going to make me sound like a sissy crybaby, but
if you say you don't like it, man.
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's not that I don't like it. But it was on the PlayStation 1, wasn't it, Abe's Oddysee?
And PC.
The first one. Oh yeah, but when it was on the PlayStation, I must have been like, Christ, when did that come out? What year?
98?
I'm going to quickly Google this because it's important. But I want to make sure my stats are correct because, I don't know, my memory is terrible.
Well, are you actually Googling it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to do it too.
You would probably get there quicker than I would. That still freaks me out. Okay, so this actually makes sense.
Okay.
You space out too?
I was absolutely terrified of it when I was a kid.
Really?
I was shit scared of the main character. Yeah,
wow.
I love the art style in that game ever since I was a kid.
I mean, I can respect the art style nowadays, but when I was a kid, it actually scared me. I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't watch my brothers. I could watch the game, but whenever there was like a cutscene, or do you remember the opening menu of it?
Oh fuck yes, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that scared me to the point of I had to turn around and not watch it. But I was like a little sissy crybaby back then. I would have been 4 years old. Christ.
Wait, when was the game released?
1997. And we got it when it came out.
The PC release too?
PC came out 2001.
Oh, that was a long time afterwards.
Yeah, it has some time to adapt. But yeah, it used to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, it was like 7 or 8 when it was released, depending on the month. Well, still, granted you were 4, according to you, but I always loved that game because, the art style and all that, and I have a lot of fun memories of it because I used to play with my father back when my father was a gamer, and, I'm not
what happened?
Gonna get... Yeah, well, I'm not gonna get all emotional here on the podcast because these are some of my favorite memories ever. No, but it's just that after a while, and the Oddworld series kind of marked this period of time. He and I would play together, but then he slowly passed on the gamer torch of the house to me, and he one day just stopped playing, and that was it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sad, but we are planning on playing together when it gets released for the Xbox One, the new and tasty remake. I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I mean, I was 7 or 8, and one of the things I love the most about the game is that the only power you have as Abe is that you can possess your enemies, some of them at least, and when you unpossess them, they blow up. And their bits would fly through the screen, and they sometimes will hit the screen, if they were coming at you. And that, I giggled every time we did that. Sometimes my father would play it, and I'd be like, "Daddy, let me explode the guys," and then he'll let me unpossess the enemies just to blow them up, and I'll laugh and laugh and laugh.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome being able to share those memories with stuff like your family and especially your parents. But looking through all of the pictures of Abe's Oddysee, I can totally understand why I used to be terrified of it. There's some fucked up imagery on this.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
I mean, I respect the game now. I am 22 after all, matured quite a long time. But, I can understand why a 4-year-old could see this and be like, "Oh, fucking hell."
Just imagine a 4-year-old. Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, considering the
Probably
story
without swearing.
itself, like you're freeing the other slaves, and because otherwise
They're trying to
they'll
kill
get
you and
turned
eat you.
into popsicles. And the image they use at the very beginning of the game is literally their head on a stake.
I know, right? It's fucked up.
That's pretty
It's
messed up.
brilliant to convey the message.
Oh yeah, like nowadays, but like when I was a kid, no, that was.
Oh yeah,
like,
when you're
whoa.
a kid, you see a head on a stake. That
was
really
not-
is nightmare material for
I
sure.
was not desensitized to that crap.
I know, 4-year-old me neither, but as I said, I got in touch with the game when I was 7 or 8.
What a difference 3 years makes. 3
Yeah, like,
years.
I was done.
Sorry. Gaff was just waiting. I could sense it because I said the wrong way.
Perfect.
But yeah, I'm glad that Abe's Oddysee, not Abe's Oddysee, but the whole Oddworld thing is coming back. So I'm kind of like in a position where I'm willing to give it a go and not be terrified. I sound like such a wimpy old kid now, but you know.
I'm just saying now, so we have evidence, but I might get lock myself in and for a few days, maybe a few weeks, and just play the shit out of that. So if I don't show up for the podcast, you guys know what's going on.
Oh gosh, does that mean we can do whatever we want with the podcast?
No.
Can we have a Korean podcast?
Oh god, no.
That would be so fun.
And we have a political
We would
podcast.
lose a big part of our audience because, they don't speak Korean, I suppose.
We have one Korean viewer.
Yay! Shout out to you, Korean viewer.
And it was for like 2 seconds, so they clicked on the wrong video and went
God
away.
damn it, Korean viewer, why?
Why did you only listen to like 1 second of our podcast?
Wait,
and
was it
disappear?
South Korea or North Korea?
Well, I'll let you answer that question.
East Korea.
I mean, because if South Korea, then god damn it, stay for the podcast. If it's North Korea, then
It's understandable.
yeah, it's understandable.
God damn it.
If
Nice.
it was
We're
from
not
North
sponsored
Korea,
by the great leader, so
if it was from the,
podcast.
sorry, I keep on cutting Julius off. We start talking at the same time.
No, it's alright.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
But with North Korea, I got the feeling if it was a viewer from North Korea, then it's totally justified that it was 1 second. Because it would just be, oh, I wonder what this is, to immediately have the computer destroyed in front of him. Because it didn't have their grand leader on it. Actually, this might get political.
yeah, I don't know, maybe
This podcast is sponsored by Kim Jong-un.
not. We're not. Nathan Sanders Anderson, don't be pissed. It's a joke.
It's official. It's official, yeah.
It's official name, Aseo.
Yeah.
Can I tell that Korean story that I got though?
Oh, yeah,
on this
yeah.
podcast.
Please.
So I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday was fucking awesome for me because I had just come out of teaching my own class.
Teaching what?
I taught my own class.
You're in
Counting?
class?
No. Like to start off with the day, I had to teach a music class.
Oh, okay. Now I got it. Just
Okay.
never mind.
That went smoothly, so that was awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that. Then I came back to my place for like an hour, a couple of hours. Then I was like, oh shit, I need to go shopping. So
Okay.
how did that get a... Oh, I went shopping. Oh,
User creativity. Go on.
jeez.
Oh.
That was so weird. But anyway, I went shopping. And as I'm going to check out, we got these little self-checkout. No.
Oh.
Let me tell the fucking story, at least without your mind intervening.
Go on, I'm sorry.
Jeez. Went shopping for food to exist. Anyway,
Cucumbers?
And then what happened?
then I went to a self-checkout little area because the fuck is wrong with you, Louise?
You self-checkout?
Do you not have those in Brazil?
I mean, no, we don't. I know what it is, but it's just sounds funny.
Oh, because it sounds very close to jerk out.
Because you're checking your... Anyway, go on.
But, so I'm at this checkout, and to the side of me, there's 2 Asian women trying to do stuff with their checkout machine. But it keeps on giving them a lot of hassle, and I know this from personal experience, that the one that's really close to the actual counters that you could go to get, a regular checkout as opposed to a self-checkout, that machine is really dodgy. And I could see that they were having a problem because their basket was slightly on the weights for the checkout thing to work. And they were like, oh, what's going wrong? What's going wrong? And then suddenly they started speaking Korean to each other. So, my ears perked up because I could actually understand what they were saying. My Korean is not that great at all because I haven't practiced it in years, but they were saying stuff like, really, seriously, as if to say, why the fuck is this not working? But then, obviously, staff came around to try and help them. And they responded almost naturally in Korean, and the staff were just like, like they were just dumbfounded. Nice. They didn't know what to do. So I stepped in like a fucking hero because I was just sitting right next to their machine anyway, so I could just do this.
Wait. Before you stepped in, did you put your underwear over your trousers?
No, not like a hero in that sense.
I'm not a fucking hero.
I am self-checkout man. I'll get that checked out for you. But yeah, I said,
I'll check you out. Wink.
God damn it. But
I'm Tyler and I like Koreans.
Yeah. Hear that, Koreans? Wink. But what was funny about it was I said, I can help out in English to the staff. And I fixed the problem because, it's a problem that I've dealt with before. That machine really needs to be fixed.
I thought you dealt with Koreans.
Well, technically. But, I was muttering under my breath, loads of little Korean phrases that I knew. So I was saying stuff like, 이거는 as soon as I started, I'd forgotten it, but it was like 이거는 fuck it, what was it? But yeah, I said it off the cuff back then, and now I was just like, I essentially said I don't have time for this. Oh, 이거는 시간이 없어요. There you go. That's how you say that. But I was saying loads of little phrases like that, which was like, I don't have time for this, when an error message popped up. And they seemed kind of impressed. As I fixed the problem, I turned around, one of them thanked me in their language, and then one of them asked, I think something along the lines of, do you speak Korean? In Korean, of course. I think that's what they asked. But
in German.
Do you speak Korean in Korean?
Yeah, it was difficult for me to hear it because they were fluent with it, but I was not.
Well, no shit.
Well, exactly. But I heard
your mother language.
I heard the word Hangul, and I was like, they just asked something about Korea in there, so they either asked, "Have I visited Korea?" or "Do I speak Korean?" Something like that. But I could tell from the body language. Jesus Christ, Luis, that's not even the funny part of it.
Sorry.
But I could tell from the way that they asked the question, when they asked, do you speak Korean or whatever it may have been. It was something Korean. I just sat there, smiled, and I was just like, "Annyeong," which means no in Korean, and it made them laugh. So check that off my little bucket list, made a Korean laugh using Korean.
Made a Korean laugh.
Yeah. So essentially, I was really cheekily English with them. They were like, "Do you speak Korean?" And I was like, "No," with their language. So I don't know. I thought that was really funny. I was
Maybe they were laughing. Maybe they were saying what a fucking liar.
No, they were
just
laughing.
Didn't get it.
They were laughing.
What a fucking liar.
They seemed really respectable because respectful because they were nodding to me and saying stuff like "Gamsahamnida." So that's thank you for everyone.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah, man,
so there you go. And that's like in a polite, formal language as well. So like, because they have politeness levels. So they thought very highly of my actions. Well, I think it's because I helped them rather than just because I'm British.
Yeah, but the stereotype helps.
I should have, after I did all that though, turned to the staff because they were there. Because I just dealt with that and left. I should have turned to the staff and went, I want a job. But I didn't.
In Korean.
Oh, I should have, but I don't know how. There are a few phrases I can say.
Hey, give me 20 quid.
Yeah, that's
Save your lives. For the staff, I mean.
There's something I kind of want to ask, and I've never thought about it until literally right now, and it's going to sound stupid, but it's clear, Luis.
Yes?
English is not your first language.
Well,
right?
No.
How did you learn English?
Well...
Photosynthesis.
Yeah. I just touched a plant that was important, and that was it. That's my superpower. No, actually,
you touched a daisy, and you're like, yes!
A plant that was important?
Imported. That's also how I learned Spanish. I touched a Spanish plant, and that was it. No, actually...
A Spanish plant.
It's convenient that I started talking about Oddworld, because that was sort of my... That sounded weird. Gateway.
Gateway.
Edit that out, please. I don't want trouble.
Wait, what?
Edit it in twice.
I'm not editing it out once and then put it back in.
I'm sure someone in the audience will get it, and I apologize.
Make a rap out of it.
Wait. So,
yeah.
Shut up. It's convenient that I started talking about Oddworld because during the game there are signs telling you what to do, or just in-game advertising, like for example the scrap cakes. That's part of the Oddworld lore, like, oh, scrap cakes, yummy, blah 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 blah, and where they're not made with sanitary cautions, yay, or something like that. And I was also, I was always really curious about it. And slowly I picked up a few words. And then when I was old enough to do it, my parents got me into an English teaching school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like a school specifically for learning English. And so I started doing that. And I remember that during some points, like when some of the teachers were okay with that, I would take lists of words I did not know the meaning, and the dictionary wouldn't help either because they were either used as expressions, slangs, or something. And I would take just like fucking huge lists of words, and they would help me out. There was a period of time I had a teacher who was also a gamer, and that was the best time ever because then we discuss games in English for a long time.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it sort of had something to do with Oddworld, but also my parents putting me in an English school was what really kickstarted the whole thing.
Yeah, I wonder which one helps out more.
Well, I mean, like for starters, yes, the school was a big deal, but I'd say to acquire vocabulary and all that, games had a big part in the whole thing. That's basically how I got fuckload of the words I use and know and rub in my cards. I mean,
yeah, I learned with Sesame Street.
Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Aww.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I guess.
I hope that there's like different language versions of Sesame Street in Korean, just so I could watch it and go, oh,
there is
I
in
get
Portuguese.
Oh man.
Oh,
Different
speaking of which,
versions.
Gaff, how did you learn English?
I mean, I was born here, so I that's my first language, but I learned a lot of my French from a computer game called Adibou.
Adibou?
Adibou.
Adibou.
Oh,
My Karuba.
I totally know what that means. Microwave.
Well,
Okay.
What does
I
Adibou
didn't know
mean?
you spoke French.
What?
Gaff, I didn't know you speak French.
Yeah, my mom's side is my mom was born and raised there, and then
I mean, yeah,
eventually
that
her
I
dad
remember.
moved over. But yeah, I can speak some. I'm not fluent in it or anything.
I was waiting for Gaff to respond with "oui oui," you know, like
Oui.
immediately.
Can you say you're going to stab Tyler in his coccyx with a baguette?
I don't think I could say that in English back to you.
With a what?
A baguette, you know, those long-ass
Oh.
breads.
I thought it was spaghetti.
Well, that too, if you want to stab someone in the coccyx with that.
I thought you said machete. That makes much more sense.
Does
I
it,
like how we
Tyler?
all
Does it?
understood different things.
But hey, Tyler, how did you learn English?
I haven't learnt it yet, apparently. What did I say at
Got
the beginning?
yourself. Nice.
What was it? Discomfort, discomfortable. Yeah.
Free.
Oh man, I got to the stage now where I can read Korean. So if you were to drop
thought
me
you
in
were gonna say
Korea,
English.
oh yeah, I just learned how to read English. But like I could read Korean now. Like in the past, I learnt the alphabet, like how to throw stuff together. But now it's got to the stage where if you sat me down and gave me a piece of paper that just had Korean text on it, I could say it back to someone in Korean without knowing what it is. So now I just have to figure out what everything means.
We should totally get something that says like, I'm a horse, and I like to horse around in horse fields, and tell Tyler to read that.
Like get some Korean viewers to send in messages that are just
Or
really,
Google Translate.
really fucked up.
That one Korean viewer.
Yeah, bring him back.
Shout out to our one Korean viewer for 2 seconds.
Yeah. If you found like a lot of text that was in you know, just the Korean text, Hangulgo, like I would be able to demonstrate it live, but then again, the problem would be none of our viewers would be able to see the text, so I could just say anything, and no one would be any the wiser. But I wanted to test
Tyler,
myself
you
out.
don't lie to our audience.
I wouldn't lie to my audience, but they wouldn't know if I was right or wrong. You could turn around and say that, you know, you could put something down like apple in Korean. I could pronounce it back perfectly, and you go, no, that's wrong. No one would know any wiser.
Wait, do you know how to say apple in Korean?
Sagwa.
Great! That's it. That's all we needed.
Wait.
Shut
Did
up.
You actually have
It
to
won't make
check?
sense in 10 years.
Could I have said anything then?
No, it had to be apple.
I'm
No,
gonna
what
make
I
sure
mean
that-
is, like,
I'm gonna.
it,
Yes.
sorry, Julius. You and me are at the same time every time. I apologize.
That's alright, go ahead.
But, like, I could have yelled anything right there. You wouldn't know if I was right or wrong.
Are you sure about that, Tyler?
Do you literally have something up saying how to say apple in Korean right now?
Maybe I touched a Korean plant.
Jeez.
You
You need to
twat.
send me one of those.
I'm gonna make sure that all the viewers are Korean.
That's a difficult task. I would love to test out laser phrases with someone that is Korean, though. So, if someone out there has the English ability of speaking English better than I can, and a little bit of Korean knowledge, it would be awesome to just.
Tyler, the Korean pickup line guy.
I don't know about that. You learn better from using it.
Wait.
I'm sorry, Julius. This is happening way too often with me and you talking at the same time.
Wait, what?
I've noticed me and Julius have probably started talking in this podcast 6 or 7 times at the same time.
Oh,
I'm
more
so
than that.
sorry.
It's alright.
But hey, much like apple in Korean, this whole thing will make sense in 10 years.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. It probably
you
makes
know.
less sense now.
But hey, Tyler, what do you teach?
What do I
Korean.
teach?
Korea.
The entire thing.
Oh, it's
Korean.
just Korean.
Korea. Perfect.
What do I teach in my uni?
Yeah.
Well, it was like a one-off exercise because I'm taking the music teaching practice course. And
Okay.
I taught my students the theory of playing major modes on the spot, which is very advanced theory work and probably more... Like, I probably need more time to allow the information to sink in properly. But, you know, it was fun. It was a weird experience as well, because everyone that was taking the class comes from my uni and is in the same year. It was terrifying in a way, but I didn't let that show when I was actually doing it.
So major modes on the spot?
Yeah, so people could play Phrygian on the keyboard without putting too much thought into it.
I mean, I know a tiny bit about music, mainly because of the stuff I had to learn because of my guitar lessons. So I'm not really familiar with that, but I'm just gonna assume it's used to summon like a huge robot.
Well, I could explain it if you wanted, but your head might explode. I don't know.
Oh no, it's okay.
It's just major scales starting in different places. But
Giant
it makes
robot.
a big difference. It's not a giant robot.
Didn't say that. I said before, not now.
Didn't whisper it into the microphone.
Hey, come on, I didn't do that. Hey, Gaff.
What?
Sup?
Hey guys.
Much. Oh my god.
Ouch.
Okay, I found an Adibou thing.
Just
You've been
sweet.
doing this whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Adibou.
I recognize some of the images, which is weird. Like the things in the game.
Yeah, it was more popular over in Europe.
Is that a worm?
Yeah, that's a worm.
It's an angry one.
It's the worm that started the game Worms.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of
It
does
looks
look
like
like it.
Yeah. Man.
I really want to get into learning a second language, just because. Well, I'm currently doing it, but I could be doing it much quicker.
You're doing the first language.
Yeah, learn the first language first. Let's get that out of the way, and then worry about the second language. But yeah, I wonder. I've always wanted to be bilingual and able to move to another. What was funny about that?
It sounds funny. I know what it means, don't worry.
You are bilingual. How do you
No,
find
I'm
it funny?
trilingual.
Trilingual. I apologize.
Portuguese,
Jesus.
English, and Spanish. And soon,
Wow.
goat.
No, Korean. Learn it with me. I need someone to learn it with.
Nah, but for you, I might start German this year.
Why German?
I don't know. Because here's the thing. I really like learning languages. I like every time I go into a class, well, every time I went into a class, there was always someone who was like, "Oh my god, I hate this, fucking punch me in the dick." And I'm like, dude, why? You know, I really like doing that. But I don't know if I'll have to stop the guitar lessons for that or not. We'll have to see how it goes, but maybe. And maybe it will be German, I don't know. I wanted to learn new languages here, but I guess we'll have to see about that.
I could teach you a bit of Korean right now if you wanted to.
I know how to say apple, that should suffice.
Do you
10
want to
years,
learn?
it will make sense.
It'll take me places.
Do you want to learn how to say banana?
Oh, yes.
It's going to blow your mind. It's really complicated. Okay.
Banana.
It's banana. Do you want to
I'm sure
learn?
that means penis and you're lying to me.
No. It's right. Avocado as well. It may sound like I've mispronounced that, saying avocado, but it is avocado. Coconut, cherry, cranberry. It's cranberry. Like, a lot of them are the same words.
Clanberry?
Yeah, cranberry.
It's like a berry that belongs to a clan. I can imagine like a raspberry with two katanas on its back and being like, for the honor of the clanberry.
You got blackberry as well.
Blackberry.
Yeah.
Blackberry.
It's like without like it was very close. Like if I'm not gonna waste everyone's time, but if I like sent everyone like a web page that actually had them on, perhaps fucking you would be shocked how many are just English. Just pronounced a little more strictly.
Holy shit.
What happened?
Yes.
I just had an epiphany, Tyler.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I just thought I should share it. While recording the podcast, that's very ethical of me.
Wait,
But-
what was it about?
What is it?
For the Shifty reads.
Oh,
Dun dun dun!
fucking hints.
Yeah, write it down.
What's going on?
He's hyping
Nothing.
something that doesn't need hyping.
Okay.
How dare you hype your own stuff, Luis?
Oh.
How dare you?
How very dare
I
you.
mean, I'm sure everyone at some point in their lives hype their own stuff.
Yeah.
Not talking about touching yourself, kids.
Why would you go there?
How did it jump to that?
He just goes dead silent as well.
I was typing something.
Throwing some crickets.
But yeah, let's keep going. On a more
Okay.
serious note, if you guys would allow me, so apparently, like yesterday, I mean, for when we're recording this, but by the time this gets released, it'll be a week from what happened. But Monty got hospitalized, and
Yeah.
you know the reasons are still unknown as far as anything the RT staff has released. But there is a link you can go and send donations if you can. So the link will be in the description. Check out that.
It was amazing. It reached the goal in like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah, it did.
tripled the goal already.
Yeah, by night, overnight.
Yeah, it's like $150 something thousand dollars
something
now.
like that.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
I mean, I hope, like, in a way, that they do release what happened. But right now, that information isn't necessary. If you know
It's
what I mean.
irrelevant, yeah.
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 Like, I've already seen a few questions, like, oh my god, what happened? And I'm like, why does everyone need to know?
Yeah, all that matters is that he's hospitalized right now. Like,
Yeah.
there's no need to speculate or anything over another person's health.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that there's no conspiracies. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of, like, Game Grumps, and literally whenever anything happens with the Game Grumps, there's, like, 20 conspiracies that pop up, like, in the comments
Yeah.
that very day. And I'm like, I
Five
hope
of
this
them.
doesn't get the same treatment.
Yeah.
You know. So far I have
Okay.
not seen any theories.
Nah.
At least people are being respectful about that. I've seen some really fucking stupid shit.
Mm.
Like, seriously, if in cases like this, if you don't have hard proof, information or anything useful, really, like, don't go around spreading bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen people saying some
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, dude, go fap or eat.
Do
Or-
something productive.
Go adopt a pup
Masturbate.
or something. You fucking idiot. Like, you don't need to spread fear and worry, unnecessarily. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
something
this is the Shifty Key PSA for today.
And especially when it's relevant to someone's health and well-being, people that as soon as they start thinking of, like, I don't know, oh, this could have happened, it's like, well, no one knows what happens. The only people that know what happened know what happened. They're not passing on that information for a reason. We've got other stuff to worry about, When people start delving deep into what had happened, that's kind of scary to me, because it's like, they want to know what happens. It's almost like an obsessive thing. We don't need to know what happened. And I
Well-
hope that Monty gets well soon.
I mean, curiosity is one thing. You can't help that one bit.
Oh yeah.
Like, you instantly read something like Bernie's journal, for example, you're like, holy shit, what happened? But it's when you sort of let that eat away at you and you start letting your mind go crazy with different possibilities. It's just...
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Go on, sorry, Gaff.
No, you're okay. Just for the sake of the matter that's happening, him being in the hospital, just try and focus on the recovery aspect until, if they decide to release what happened.
Yeah. Like, again, sorry, because I think I phrased what I said earlier wrong. It's okay to think, whoa, what happened? But what's not okay is to suddenly, like, write an equivalent of a fan fiction saying, oh yeah, this happened. And it's like, well, no. You know, you don't know more than anyone else what's happened, so don't theorize.
By the way, this is the internet. I'm pretty sure some asshole already wrote a fanfiction about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I kind of regret already saying that. I'm sorry if that was offensive.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That took a deep turn.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Out of all the things that he could go...
Check out the link.
Oh yeah, check out the link. But out of all of the things that I've said today where Luis has had a little giggle to himself, I said that was deep, and there was no reaction. So that means this is really, really
yeah, I mean, Tyler, come on. Even I know when I should stop giggling.
I said bilingual earlier, and you were like...
Bilingual.
He's so mature, Luis.
You know, sometimes when I giggle, when you say words like bilingual, I'm not giggling at the word itself. I'm giggling at all the possibilities of things I could say, but I keep to myself. All the mockery I could do.
All the mockery? Well, cheers.
Dude, seriously. It's like, sometimes I hear a word, and my brain just goes boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Let's see if I can use any of these. No, so shut up. But sometimes I'm like, oh shit, that one's good. And then I say it.
And I say it.
You sounded so innocent as you said that as well. It's like, and then I say it. It's not my fault, it was my brain.
Yeah, he's alright. What was that?
You know what? I didn't realise that came through. I was drinking.
Oh, so you did finish your homemade Kopi Luwak.
What is that?
Made of fresh Tyler shit.
What?
I don't think you said that on the podcast, that I was making a coffee.
Yeah,
and
I
then
didn't mention that. It's just that before we started recording the podcast, I was at Gaff. Sorry, Gaff. Tyler was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna make some coffee." I mean, I'm gonna make some coffee, you know, because of...
make some coffee.
You what?
And so, like, okay, wash your hands.
You what?
And, and then he's like, well, I'm within arm's reach of, you know, the computer. I can hear everything. And then he later says something about needing to go away for a little. Then I'm like, okay, so he's definitely going to the bathroom now. And then
I went to get milk. I told you that.
Oh yeah, you say you were in to get milk. Wink. Milk.
Really?
And so I told him to wash his hands and all that. And then when he came back, I just assumed he was having homemade Kopi Luwak. Because Kopi Luwak is that coffee that involves, you know, digging the seeds through shit. And
What?
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 Is
Did
that
you
what
know
it
that?
was? No.
Yeah. It involves shit in the process. Hold on, I'm gonna Google that.
Shit's in it.
What?
Get roasted coffee. I mean...
That's fucked up.
Here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, come on. I'll open Wikipedia. There we go. Kopi Luwak, or civet coffee, refers to the seeds of coffee berries once they have been eaten and defecated by Asian palm civet. The name is also used for marketing brewed coffee made from the beans. This Asian palm civet seems like some sort of mammal rodent or something. It's a cute little creature, but kind of fucked up to think that they eat, they shit, and then they dig through the shit to make the coffee. So that's why I was saying Tyler's homemade Kopi Luwak. I was implying that he ate coffee and then he shat and then he made coffee with his milk. way.
Nice.
I'm sure there's a market for that
That's-
somewhere.
That's fucked
Probably.
up. Like, really fucked up.
You guys really would have never heard of that?
No.
No.
I haven't heard of it, but
Shit.
honestly, I'm not surprised that that's a thing. I'm not.
There's this movie with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. I think it's called The Bucket List or something. That's the first time I heard about it when I watched that movie. I was like, oh, come on, that's gotta be bullshit. And then I researched it, and it was true, like exactly how they said. And that blew my mind. And I like coffee, but I don't really think I'll drink that. And apparently it's like ultra super fucking expensive. Like you need to sell a kidney and your soul and your firstborn.
So it's like a delicacy?
But it's
Yeah.
like a poison?
Ugh. I don't know.
I mean, when you have to dig through shit to get the coffee beans,
Mm.
that shit's gonna be expensive, I guess. Get it?
Get rid of
I
coffee.
said shit twice.
It can't be a it can't be a delicacy, right? I mean, you are going through shit.
Dude, it's really expensive, it seems.
Well, fuck. I can clarify something for our Korean audience of one person.
If he or she ever comes back.
Yeah. I can actually start using sentences now because I'm going through my lessons, but I could specifically say that what I was drinking wasn't that, and that it was coffee. But,
Well, really? You had to clarify that, Tyler?
I mean, I
really?
could clarify that to the Korean audience.
Out of
They don't know.
everything we've just said that could be interpreted
Yeah.
wrong, you had to clarify that specific
Yeah.
thing.
Because I can't defend myself until I
God
figure out
damn
how
it,
to
Tyler.
say it in their language.
So let's just be clear that Gaff most likely does not have a motorcycle gang. And that I do not support people, eating cactus.
Yeah.
Living cactus.
But if you are a bad person, you should try it.
All of
Eating
my
cactus?
enemies eat it.
Yeah, You go there, look at the cactus looks at you, and then just chew it.
You learn
It's
its
fun.
language.
There was this one time, I got pricked by a cactus, and that shit hurts.
Yeah, it's
Oh
really
yeah.
Really?
My
Yeah.
mom keeps. Thanks, Gaff. My mom has these really small cacti, near the kitchen window. And then I was
fuck
doing the
that.
dishes one time, and then I just touched one of those by accident, and like two of the thingies stung me. And I'm like, well, shit, this hurts. So I removed them, but then for like a day or two afterwards, I could still feel it sting.
No shit.
I don't know how deep it went, but dude, that was not fun. So
I don't
if
think
you,
that's supposed to happen.
yeah, I mean, if you're bored and you are like, okay, I'm gonna get pricked by a cactus, don't.
So when you're looking at a cactus, first thought process is to just not do it at all.
Yeah, don't
just,
do it.
Just look at it and be like, don't.
Yeah, if you
don't
think
do
like-
anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna lick that. Don't lick the cactus.
You
it's
heard it
bad
here
for you.
first. PSA from Shifty Keys.
I mean, how could the human race thrive all these years without me telling them that?
Yeah, it's almost like having the logic to turn around and say to someone, you shouldn't sit... Sorry.
But I'll rest easy tonight knowing that Miley Cyrus and Leo DiCaprio and the rest of our audience will not do that on purpose.
Yeah. You should tell our audience not to shit in someone's IV bag as well.
What?
Yeah,
What?
that's the same reaction I had. Thanks
Don't
for
do it.
thanks
Okay.
for Gaff for telling me that earlier in the week, and blowing my fucking mind.
Okay.
What?
No, there was a
Just-
thing. What was it earlier this week? I think it was earlier this week.
Yeah,
Some lady locally here, her kid was in the hospital, and as a way to keep him in the hospital, she was injecting his IV bag with feces to keep him sick.
Why?
Gaff, what was my first reaction
God.
on
It was
Skype?
exactly that.
It was why.
It's fuck. What was that word? I can't remember the name, but it's
somethings.
I can't remember the
Stupid.
name. but it's sort of like a mental disorder where someone in a caretaker position sort of harms whoever they're taking care of. It's usually parents with their child, usually harm them on purpose to sort of get attention and get a sort of sympathy from everyone else, usually doctors or people in professional positions.
Okay, yes, I'm familiar with that.
Fucked up.
Oh shit, what's the name? It's lit me. God damn it.
Can I just interrupt and say, I think there was a message that I sent to Gaff, which was, I may be quoting this wrong, but this is what I said. When questioning the person that did this, because they got found out and stuff like that, the whole time I was asking, why? Why the fuck would this happen? Who would do this? And I said, if I was in the position of asking, why does this happen? I said in the message, they better answer me back pretty fucking quickly, because I would have no patience for any bullshit. I would be so mad that someone like this would do something like that, because I would be furious. I would be so mad.
Well, I mean, it's complicated, really, because usually when people are when they suffer with a certain disorder and they're having a critical episode of that, it's like it's kind of hard to cast blame. So I mean, and that's usually a thing that people kind of freak out when they hear, but it's understandable that she did what she did, but it's not because it's understandable that it should be considered okay. Yeah. But then again, it's not the sort of thing like people should go around prancing about their forks and torches and shit. You know, it's a really delicate situation, really.
It's definitely a delicate situation, and I feel bad for pointing out, you know, like, who the fuck could do this, you know, but I feel bad that I said that earlier, you know, saying, you know, how the fuck could you do something like this? But I kind of draw the line when anyone puts shit into another human being without their fucking...
Okay, hold on. I'm going to chime in for a second.
Please, Gaff. Please do before I dig a hole.
It's called Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Munchausen by proxy.
I mean, like...
You want to know how I remembered that? I went through Tyler and I's conversation, and I looked up the word feces, and sure enough, it was right there.
Yeah.
There was an episode of House that this disorder was present, I believe.
Yeah,
I can't
feel
remember
bad.
what was the case.
I feel bad because clearly it is a, you know, thing that exists. You know, people have suffered with this, and it's something that is very difficult to turn around and say, you know, why did you do that? Because there's no answer, you know, it's just what their mental state has told them to do. But still, when it gets to the stage of putting shit in someone, I'm sorry, that's the only bit I'm dwelling on.
You are really upset by this.
Oh yeah, I understand the disorder, but I can't stand, like, you can't put shit in another human. That is so bad.
Tyler,
yes.
There are sexual positions that involve shitting on other people.
Yeah, but there's usually consent given. But yeah.
Wow.
That's how that's where I stand on that whole situation.
I feel like we should turn away from this topic because it might get controversial or disturbing, at least, because we started talking about shitting on people. Literally shitting on people.
No. It wasn't shitting on people. It was.
I was talking about shitting on people for sexual purposes because there are sexual positions related to that.
I want to know how you know this.
Again, Tyler, stop being so judgmental. Some people like it.
Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Throw me under the bus because people like playing with shit. Sorry.
Yeah, because you lied to me when you said that banana in Korean is banana.
No, it is banana.
Yeah, right.
It fucking is. Google it.
Banana.
It's not kind of like that.
Maybe it will show me what it truly means, and I'll see that it means the same thing as blue waffle. Don't Google that.
Do it. Google it.
Gaff, you sound like you have already Googled that.
No, I mean, I have in the past. Yeah.
You have?
I mean, not now.
Oh god, why would you do such a thing?
You know, I mean, Louise, you're a man of psychology. It's that reactionary thing. You tell someone not to do something, they're gonna do it.
Reverse psychology
Okay,
101.
fair enough.
That's why a few podcasts ago, I think someone brought up one man, one jar. And
That
I
link's
was
not
like,
blue waffle, is it?
no, that's a link
Okay,
to
okay.
fruits in Korean. But it is literally banana, so you
Gaff.
have nothing to worry about.
I kind of felt that was a bit
was-
heartwarming. Like, this is a blue waffle. Is
It's
it?
not that, is it?
No,
But a few podcasts ago, I kept on saying, don't look up one man, one jar, because someone brought up one man, one jar. And I was just like, just don't look it up. And then I was like, Jesus Christ, people are going to look it up because I'm saying don't a lot, but seriously, it's just wrong. Okay, just don't look it up.
A PSA for the audience. When
I'm not
we
helping.
mention such things, we either look them up before or we know very well we should not check it out.
Yeah.
A good
check it
example
out.
would be the lemonparty.com thing.
Which
Which you
don't do
explicitly
that.
went to fucking look at as well.
I took the bullet for the audience. Okay, Tyler?
Didn't
You're
we already
welcome,
tell them
audience.
not to? Like, we said not to look it up.
Yeah,
and then
well,
you looked it
but,
up.
that's how journalism works.
is it?
Christ. Yeah, that's it, is it?
Yeah. I'll try to steer away from the shit talk because, according to Gaff, he wrote in the chat that I think the word of the podcast today is shit.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
agree, but then again, when hasn't it been?
Especially with Louise around.
Shut up.
Well, it's true.
Well, okay, fair enough. Damn it. But hey, Julius, are you working on any projects or stuff you'd like to give a shout out to?
Not really. I'm writing shit, but other than that,
Shit.
God
Yeah,
damn it,
shit.
Julius! We're trying
Brought
to
it
steer
home.
away from that.
There it is again.
yeah. No, I'm not doing it. I'm using the word shit from now on.
Okay.
Shit.
Damn it. What about you, Gaff? Are you working on anything that is not shit related?
Are you doing some shit?
I mean, you could talk about it if you want to, but rather not.
No, I can't say I am at the moment.
Good talk.
Okay. I was cracking my
I didn't know
knuckles,
what
I'm sorry.
more to say.
I couldn't hit the button to talk. Well, that being said, I think we could, go to the questions.
Oh, that was new. I like that.
The fart noise kind of makes it.
Yeah. Adds a new
Yeah.
twist to it.
Yeah, it's special for this podcast.
Shit, man.
It's in the theme. Oh,
Okay.
God. Hold on.
Louise,
Pain.
are you okay?
Are you actually taking
No.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Pain Outbursts, brought to you by SpartanSloth and his surgerized coccyx.
I'd just like to say, well done for enduring this fucking
you.
pain
Yeah.
just to do a podcast, man.
I like doing that. The podcast, I mean, not feeling pain. So,
Yeah, I was about to
it's,
say.
it's kind of good because I will be honest, like, I think I mentioned that before again, so sorry if I'm being repetitive, but I spent the whole fucking day lying on my belly and playing games sometimes when I'm not too bored of playing games because I found out that can happen. And watching TV, and that's it.
I can literally hear when the pain is coming in as
Yeah.
well. Like, your voice
Oh.
gets higher. Do you have your questions, though?
Yes, I do.
Yay!
So, this one was sent by Nick Gons, and he asks, if you jog backwards, will you gain weight?
Fuck's sake.
Sure.
You will if you're eating a bar of sneakers.
Yeah, no. You couldn't Gain weight running backwards. That would be funny,
mean-
though.
Yeah. Next question.
Wait.
Gaff, did you answer?
Yeah. Gaff.
What
hard.
is no?
I
Moving
mean,
on.
You know, Gaff, you're one of the people I trust, you know, for scientific basis and stuff. So if you say no,
trust me now.
then I'll believe you.
Okay, good. I wouldn't lie to you.
Thank you, Gaff. I appreciate it.
Be very careful.
I wouldn't lie to you either.
Thank
Tyler?
you.
I like Tyler
Tyler
all
would
the
lie to
time.
us.
I mean, Tyler's full of shit.
He's always full of shit.
Well done
Yeah.
relating it back to shit, by the way.
Yeah, I just gave
Yeah,
up.
but you made us do that, so it's your fault.
The
Yeah.
fuck did I make you do that? If I say I lie to you all the time, how would you believe me? That's a deep question right there.
Because you suck.
Wow, answer. Question
the answer.
considered answered.
There you go.
You asked for it.
True.
Just kidding, buddy. You're somewhat okay. I said somewhat. Don't get excited.
That's good enough.
Yeah. Still looking for the questions? Okay. This one was sent by Dr. Sparks, and she asks, what toys from your childhood do you still play with?
What?
Huh.
What toys from your childhood do you still play with?
Toys.
No, Luis, let's keep this innocent. Does a PlayStation 2 count?
I was gonna say, do video
guess.
games count?
I'm trying to think if I actually have like a toy, like something that still exists nowadays.
The-
Like, I don't have one with me, but I don't know if I have
Yes.
something elsewhere.
Does like Play-Doh count?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
That's fucking awesome. Play-Doh. Yeah. Play-Doh.
I
But
mean,
I don't have any.
I'd build Legos if they weren't expensive as
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah, it's like that's crazy that they cost so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if games count, then I suppose my Oddworld games. Hey, shout out again.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle. And so yeah, I guess that would be it. This podcast is not brought to you by Oddworld inhabitants, but if you guys do want to, you know, sponsor us or something, dude, I'd love to have Lorne Lanning on our podcast. Cause, dude, that would be awesome.
Was that the voice of Abe?
He's one of the creators, and if I'm not mistaken, he does voice Abe. I might be wrong on that. Hold on, now I need to Google that. I don't want to sound like a shithead.
I would, for some reason, feel very awkward around the voice actor of Abe because not only was the appearance of Abe scary to me, but the voice also freaked me out a little bit when I was a kid. So I don't know, like if he came on or she, I don't know. If they came on, and they were doing stuff like "Hey" or however Abe sounds, I can't remember nowadays. But if they did the voice, I would probably get like some like hairs sticking on end because I remember the voice and I used to be scared of it. And it would be like, oh god.
I mean,
was it?
here says that he made character voices, so I assume that Abe is up there.
It probably made like the blah noises.
Oh no, Abe has. When I was a kid, oh, that's a good one. When I was a kid, I was able to mimic Abe's voice pretty well. And- Dude, that was awesome, and it was like I could actually do it. It's not like my Godfather impression that sucks. I'm just kidding. I'm a professional at that. But yeah, I could do that. But then puberty came up and took away that skill.
Oh, puberty. You
But
are
it
the
did give
gift
me
that
some
takes
other
away.
stuff, so you know that's okay.
It's messed up.
No, it's not. Puberty happens to everyone, asshole.
Oh yeah, of course. That's not messed up. But I was like,
Oh, here we go. Abe's Exodus. He voiced Abe, the Modokans, the Spirits, and Slicks, General Drippic, Director Flag, and apparently there's some other people. Yeah, he voices a fuckload of characters in there.
I just thought of another toy I used to play with when I was little that I'm sure we still have somewhere.
I
Connects.
think I kept a lot of my toys from when I was a kid. They're somewhere.
Yeah, they're hiding away somewhere.
Yeah. Toy Story 3, everyone.
Oh god. Yeah.
But what about you guys?
I said it, Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Oh, Play-Doh, that's it?
Yeah. It was fucking awesome, man.
Gaff, do you still have your assault rifle?
You still have...
I guess if we're talking about video games, I still have a lot of my old ones, like Super Nintendo, all the PlayStation 1s, PlayStation 2 games. Yeah. I still play those from time to time. As far as a toy, do stuffed animals count? Like, I have stuffed animals. Can't say I actively play with them, but I have stuffed animals from childhood.
I guess. I mean, I have some of the starfighters from Star Wars that I still have all of them from when I was a kid. And I have these shelves in my bedroom. And sometimes I get bored of seeing them empty or with something else, and then I just put some of the starfighters in each one, and that's it. They actually make for good decoration.
I do remember that I still got like a replica of the Millennium Falcon somewhere. That was still around when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
I did? I can't remember ever mentioning that.
You did.
Ooh, I did just now. Sorry.
Oh.
If people can hear the paper coming through, I'm sorry. I'm going through notes, just mindlessly doing this next to the microphone. I apologize.
Hey, Gaff.
What?
Should we tell Tyler to fuck off?
Be my guest.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
Next question. This one was sent by... This one was sent by TJ1023, also known as the Black Pepper guy. And he asked, have you ever argued with a teacher about something you knew they were wrong about?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
Yes.
It's crazy that we all said yes. But yeah, like, I used to get into really heated debates with certain teachers. I don't know why. Maybe I was just an asshole.
Probably.
I mean, that happened already. But I can't quite remember a clear example of that. But it's a thing.
I had one like last semester with a Spanish teacher. He was telling us that there is a very specific technique for everyone in terms of writing, and I was like, no, everybody has their own different process and everything. But she fucking believed that everybody has the same process and technique and creative process and all that.
Yeah, like...
I was like, no, it's bullshit.
I do hate that. Like, that's what I think I was kind of argumentative about whenever anyone said you had to learn it like this. Regardless if you've learned it another way, you had to forget that way and learn it like their way. I would just like to point out, and this is specifically for people learning music, learn it your way. Because
just like Burger King.
Well, yeah.
We're not sponsored by Burger King, but if you guys want to sponsor us...
But, like, yeah, don't. But, I would just like to point out, I went against the advice that I was given. Not actively. I didn't listen to what a music teacher would say to me and go, nah, fuck them, they're wrong. I just, like, when I was learning music and they would give me advice, yeah, you need to learn, like, proper technique for, like, health reasons, because you don't want to screw up, like, your hands or fingers or whatever you use to play your instrument. But if they say, oh, you have to learn it this way, you really don't, and I never did. 6 years later, I'm at a music uni.
But hey, Tyler.
Yeah?
Walk this way.
Walk this way! Sorry.
Yeah, if you have your own style and if it works for you, then that's fine.
Yeah. But then again, I feel like I have to preface this by saying that if you are actually doing something that's wrong, and that is
definitely.
Like if it's wrong in the long run, then listen to them. But like, for example, if it's playing guitar and they're saying, "Oh, you shouldn't learn it through tabs. You should learn it through notation first." It's like, yeah, notation is good to learn, but if you've learned it, like if you've learned how to understand tabs first, then why put yourself down? Yeah, just do it with tabs. There you go. I feel like I have to preface stuff nowadays in case anyone actually listens to my advice.
Also, don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Do drugs. Do all the drugs.
No.
At the same time.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never realized that like arguing with my teacher was something I did until just now.
Oh, this is bringing me back so many memories.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Not gonna share any of them. They're
Aw.
not, yeah.
Not suitable.
No, I mean, they're not really entertaining, and some of them are they kind of make me angry, so...
See, this kind of interests me. What made you angry?
Assholes.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
asshole people. I'm not actually talking about the body part.
My butthole makes me so angry!
Yeah. After Taco
Other
Bell.
people's buttholes.
Other people's buttholes.
I was gonna
We've been
say
very
something, but
mature.
it's gonna sound so fucking bad. Let's just forget about it. Okay, so I guess we can go for the questions for the audience now, right?
Oh wait, I didn't go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gaff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you guys know me. I don't like being very confrontational ever. You don't know me yet, Julius. Okay.
Nope.
I don't like confrontation much at all, and especially when I was in high school, I was the kid. I wouldn't talk. You know, I was quiet. I was shy, and as far as interacting with teachers go, I'm super respectful and I don't speak up too much. But I took band through high school. In my freshman year of high school, I had a new director and everything. And it was probably a third of the way into the year where I had a very key part in a song called Purple Heart. And I played the vibraphone. Now, I don't have a vibraphone at home,
What's
but
a
usually...
vibraphone?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Okay, it's like you guys know what a xylophone is, right? It's like, yeah.
Okay.
It's similar to a xylophone. It's just metal bars, and you step on a pedal at the bottom, and it can let the note drag out longer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I guess.
So I played that, and I would practice on the piano at home. That's the only way I could practice. And I took it home, my sheet music, every day to practice, except one morning I forgot my sheet music at home. And this song was difficult for me. And the director, he'd sometimes, make little comments to me, whatever, I'd shake it off. He was kind of an asshole.
Like, oh, this kid didn't bring her sheet of music.
He was the assistant director, not the head director. The head director is amazing, but the assistant one was an asshole. So, I forget it one morning, and we have a cabinet that's filled with extra sheet music, and it's disorganized. It's basically just, if you happen to have an extra copy, toss it in there. So you're just going through a pile of sheet music, looking for one that is for the instrument you played. I go through the whole thing, could not find one copy for the vibraphone for Purple Heart. So he starts playing the song, and he looks at me. He stops everyone, looks at me. He's like, "Why aren't you playing?" I said, "I'm sorry, I forgot my sheet music at home." And he said, "You didn't look for a copy?" And I said, "I did. There wasn't an extra one in there." And then he just kind of went, "I highly doubt that." And then I'm just sitting there like, is this dude serious? And this is in front of everybody. And
that's fucked up.
And again, I don't like being put on the spot at all. So I felt my face get red because I was embarrassed. And he's like, "I highly doubt that. We always have a copy in there. So I honestly don't think you even looked." And I said, "I will go look again." I looked him dead in the eye and I said, "Do you want me to go back over there and look again? Because I will." And he's like, "It won't make me happy. I don't think it'll make much of a difference." And I said, "No, I'll do it anyway." And
Now,
douche.
can I
know.
chip
What a
in
fucking
and just
asshole.
say, Can I just
douche.
chip in and just say, anyone that points someone out in a class and tries embarrassing them in front of fucking everyone, and then when they actually have the response and the bravery to turn around, okay, then that thing you said I haven't done, let me go do that now, and you embarrass them more by saying, oh, it won't make a difference, then why the fuck did you bring attention to it? Sorry.
Exactly.
I hate teachers like that.
And that's the thing. I love all my teachers, and I always treated them with the utmost respect, because my own father's a teacher. And when he did that, I mean, here's the thing. I can respond to being pushed. Like the other band director, he would encourage me, and sometimes put me on the spot, yes, and that'd make me nervous, but he never talked down to me or made me feel like I was stupid or calling me a liar and stuff like that. And there's a huge difference between pushing someone for results and then just completely having them just brought down. And that devastated me, because I was a total mouse in high school, and it devastated me. I went over, I looked through it again, I felt like I was on the verge of tears, and my other percussionists, they came over and they helped look at the same time. They told him there isn't an extra copy in there. And he's like, okay, well, just go practice if you can. Like, whatever. But yeah, I was devastated. I went to the school counselor after that. I'm like, he was
don't blame
mean to
you.
me.
I don't blame you.
That's exactly the sort of story that actually would make me angry, like reliving the memories. Because I went through some situations like that back in elementary school, and all the school levels that we don't share the same school levels as people in the US, and I'm not sure about the UK and Puerto Rico. But anyway, during high school, everything was okay. Everyone was really respectful, especially like staff and all. The school I attended before, like before high school, there were some really how can I put this lightly? Some really bad teachers, let's just put it that way. And I remember a few stories like that. So there was this one time I was in the second grade, and before high school, I was also like really shy and all that. And so we were getting ready for the June festivities. You guys probably don't have that there. It's more of a Brazilian thing. But there is this
Festivities?
one. What? The June festivities.
You don't have what?
We call them
Oh.
Festa Junina. And people, like, there's a campfire, and people, like, there's a coordinated dance with a fuckload of people in it, and a bunch of different food. I'm not sure if you guys have that. I'll
We have
probably try
a
to find.
similar thing, but
Yeah, I'll probably try to find something to put on the link shitter. But anyway, so the kids in the school had to rehearse this coordinated dance. And so there was this one time that I did the moves perfectly. And this one person who to this day, I'm not sure if she was a teacher or a caretaker. What the fuck was her role in that school? She just pulls me aside by my arm, almost rips it off, and goes like, "Why did you step in that kid's foot?" And I'm like, "I didn't step in anyone's foot." And she's like, "Yeah, you did it on purpose, you piece of shit." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Whoa.
dude,
Damn.
what? Like,
Wow.
yeah, serious shit. And that really bothered me. And, I actually have a bunch of other stories. There is one I can tell that is sort of funny, and it's from my high school. It's the only story, like, / complaint I have from that place. So I'll try to make short. I don't know if I told this already, at least on the podcast. I guess I told one of you before. Anyway, it was during chemistry class in high school, and I was sitting at the front desk, and there was no desk to my left, like it was missing, and to my right, the desk was empty. So I was sort of in 3 rows. I was the only one at the front desk. And there was this one teacher, and she apparently she knew a lot about chemistry, but she was kind of crappy to explain it. You know, that sort of people who's really good at it but sucks at explaining it. And I didn't understand something. I was like, well, would you mind explaining it again? Because I didn't quite get that. And she goes like, well, maybe you shouldn't talk to your classmate at your side. So I look to my right, and there's no one there. Like, the chair is empty. I look to my left.
Well.
There's no fucking desk to my left.
Wow.
And actually look behind me. There's no one behind me. I'm like all alone in the 4 points. And I go like, I look around and say, yeah, sure, but could you explain it to me? You fucking asshole. I wasn't talking to anyone. I was there paying attention and all that. And she goes, yeah, you shouldn't talk to your classmates. Well, fuck you too.
It's like, well, who am I fucking talking to then?
Yeah, my imaginary friend, apparently.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna call him Tony and move my finger every time I talk to him. Hope everyone got the reference.
That's a shining joke.
Wait.
Oh
well. Well, yeah,
I've got-
Tyler has a story.
My face is actually kind of going red at this already.
Yeah, I
because-
feel like we're all doing therapy
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
But so I've explained on the podcast in the past before the like my history with my school. Like, it would be terrible for me because I used to get bullied and shit like that. The students didn't get on with me because when I used to go to school, I used to focus really, really hard on what was going on because I was never a nerd or a boffin or anything like this. I just knew that if I wasn't paying attention then...
Boffin? Sorry.
They used to call me a boffin, which is slang over here for basically a nerd.
I thought.
Oh,
I thought
I
you said
never heard that
orphan.
before.
Yeah.
dolphin.
No, orphan.
You swim very
Nah,
well.
not
You're
an
a
orphan.
dolphin.
But they used to call me loads of things, so I used to get loads of slack from the students because I used to pay attention. They thought I was basically a nerd, but it was mainly because there's a reason why I'm at school. Like, I was never really a nerd. I just thought, I'm struggling with this. I need to pay attention or shit, how am I fucking learning? Like, this school's taking time out of my day from video games. I better be getting something from it from the end of the year. And I did, knowledge and whatever. But the thing that used to annoy me was I used to get shit from my students all the time, and physical violence at points. And what never used to help as well was I used to also get, like, punished from the teachers as well. To explain this.
Oh, man.
To explain...
That sucks.
No, what it would be, I would be in the class, let's say, for instance, science. I could be paying attention in class for science, and it would be, people would be fucking around in their little groups, making a mess or whatever, or throwing paper at me. And for some reason, in the past, the teachers in my old school used to turn around and say, right, enough of that, class detention. But because the girls in the class were well behaved, they used to get let off early. I'm not bringing in anything to do with feminism. It used to be something that happened. They would go, okay, 20-minute detention over lunch for the entire class, except for the girls, because they haven't done anything wrong, which was understandable. But there were many people in the class that were getting bullied, and it would seem like it was their fucking fault. So I would have to stay behind in a detention because I was getting bullied. And that went on for 3 to 4 years. And I would just like to say to that school, thanks for everything you gave me, qualifications. When I was older and attending that place, you guys seemed to get on a lot better with me. Again, I have to say, I have to preface this by saying, for the people out there that looked after me, the people out there that gave a shit about me and saw what was going on and fixed the problem, and was on my side, so to speak, as teachers, then I owe them my eternal gratitude. They know who they are. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a bit too emotional about it, but
No, it's just that collective punishment doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
If like, it's not because okay, I can't punish that kid because like that. It just you know, I can't even think of a sentence clear enough for that. But really, if you think that a collective punishment, like fucking everyone's shit up, the ones that are, let's say, to blame and the ones that are not, you are not doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, and punishment for punishment's sake is also, you know, there's got to be a lesson. Like, there are better ways to discipline. God damn it.
I mean, like, in the end of the day, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot by saying this about my old school, but, like, there are people that genuinely cared. But then again, you know, questions have to be asked when that shit happens. Because when I was younger, like, this is specifically affecting me, you know, I would be brought to tears in class because I'm being bullied. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, why is no one helping me? So if anyone from the old school is listening, teachers, whoever you are, caretakers, substitute teachers, that went out and punished people like me, what did you learn? Like, the person that's brought to tears in your class gets punished just like the bullies? Does that make sense? Is that fucking logical? That's fucked up. And I don't think I've ever been brave enough to call them out on it, but I am today. And let's just say if I ever met up with some of them would get handshakes and hugs, whereas some of them would get the same fucking treatment that they gave to me, and I would just ignore them. Wow, I got really emotional on that, and I'm sorry.
Don't actually go suck a cactus dick, but, you know, work things out, people.
I wouldn't say anything bad to them. Like, I wouldn't say, oh, go fuck yourself. You know, that's not mature. But, you know, you deserve no respect from me. They always said, you need to respect us. And I'm like, well, respect is a two-way thing. And why would someone that's getting bullied and punished by their students and their teachers, kind of, well, a majority of the students and a minority of the teachers, why should they respect just anything at that point? You know, like, I'm glad that I matured up at the rate that I did to just basically not let it get me down. But a lot of people would say, you know, fuck this, and never want to come back, you know, and never learn anything. They don't go to schools to get bullied. They don't go to schools to get the shit, you know, kicked out of them or taken the piss out of every day to get punished with it. No one should go through that. Whew.
I feel like
I am literally shaking.
As I said, I think we kind of went through therapy now. So to lighten things up a little, not every day was a living hell in my school, you know, before high school.
Definitely not.
So there were a few funny stories, if you guys would allow me to tell one of them. The story of the worst pickup line ever of all time. Have I ever told this one?
I don't think you shared it.
The cheese princess? No?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. So one day, this school had like a gate, and on the other side there would be like some tables and trees, so you know kids could wait for their parents to pick them up. And one day I'm waiting for my mom to pick me up. And at this point, like, a lot of the kids had already gone home for some reason. Like, she wasn't late, but I don't know what the fuck happened that everyone just went home straight away. And so I'm sitting there on a table, just minding my own business. And to my left, there's a table with two girls. And they're chatting, they're talking, all that. And I think I was in the, 5th or 6th grade or something. And these girls must have been in the 8th grade. And to my right, there are two guys from the 8th grade too, and they're talking, and they're looking at the girls, and they're like, "Oh no, come on, you talk to her. No, you talk to her. No, you talk to her." And then one of them musters up the courage, walks up to the girls, and goes like, "So, my friend's been checking you out." And the girls are looking at each other and like giggling a little. And then the dude says, "Yeah, you know, he told me that if you were a burger, you'd be the cheese princess."
Oh my
God
gosh.
damn it.
They make
Hell, man.
cheese to my heart.
Yeah, because like cheeseburger here is called cheeseburger, so he said cheese princesa. Maybe it's way funnier in Portuguese. I don't know, but he said something along the lines of calling the girl a cheese princess. It was a fucking horrible pickup line, and then there was all kind of like he was telling the pick line of the century, like he's gonna be swimming in it, and then.
Like if you cry every time.
Exactly. And then the girl just look at him and bursts out laughing and just walks back to his friend looking defeated. You know, shoulders down, head down. Like, okay.
Man.
Wow.
So, you know, that was the thing. That happened sometimes. But, yeah. So, you know, homework, aside from the questions for the audience, go up to a girl and call her a cheese princess. Or a cheeseburger princess if you want. Yeah, in Portuguese it's even better. Like it will work wonders.
Do it in Korean.
Like Gaff is a girl. Gaff would probably date a guy who called her a cheeseburger princess or cheese princess, right, Gaff?
Oh, dude, you could say that I would absolutely melt. Okay.
See?
I know, it's so funny.
God damn it.
God damn it, Gaff.
Fuck.
Jeez.
So yeah, try that.
Jeez.
Okay, so Jillian, you can ask a question now.
Wait, what?
A question for the audience.
We have to do that?
Yeah. Anything your heart desires.
Well, we were talking about buttholes earlier.
As we usually do every time. Yes.
My question is, do you hate other people's buttholes?
Basically, don't you like big butts and you cannot lie? Is that it?
I don't fucking know, man. I'm improvising.
Okay, that was a good question. And I'm sure we'll get like some really peculiar answers to that. By the way, guys, you can answer the questions, okay? Don't forget that. I have a feeling you're not listening to the outro and the Easter egg.
Please don't answer that question.
They are missing out on some funny fucking Easter eggs.
Especially from the last podcast.
But yeah,
okay.
I am legit shaking. I don't know what it is, but I am shaking.
It's probably the detox.
I don't, what?
Probably
drugs! Coffee. Or, you know, the shit coffee.
Yeah.
Or both. I mean, if you want to, instead of sugar, put cocaine in your coffee, that's none of my business.
I mean,
they're both, you know, they're both white powders.
Jesus.
I guess.
Don't do cocaine, kids.
PSA. Don't drink coffee with cocaine in it.
Don't drink cocaine.
Don't snort coffee?
It seems like the most stupid PSAs we've ever had.
Don't inject
It's
coffee.
important. I'm pretty sure, Tyler, that someone out there must have done that. There's 7 billion people in the world. More than that, actually. Someone must have done that.
Dude, after the feces in the IV thing, like anything can happen in my mind. Anything.
Oh, trust me.
Humanity at its finest.
It's getting to the point that, like, I see a dog with a jetpack shooting lasers from its eyes, and I'm like, alright. You know?
Right.
Sure, it's surprising, but I've seen crazier things.
Like what?
Yeah, what have you seen that's crazier than that?
I don't know. Hey, Gaff, you work with animals as well, don't you?
I do.
Have you ever had a bear where you work?
Have I ever had a bear?
Yeah, like you had to treat a bear or something.
I've had a few animals named Bear.
Yeah, you know, that counts.
Most of them are little dogs.
It's always the irony. Yo, Hercules! And then it's like the smallest puppy ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Chihuahua.
and then goes like, I don't know, hey, say something really puny.
Poodle? Chihuahua? I think I said that before.
You can call it... Tyler, god damn it, you frustrated me so much.
Tiny.
Dust
Oh,
particle.
you want the name?
Yeah, something else. Like,
So you would call it Tiny. You know, like Tiny the Tiger from Crash Bandicoot.
yeah, I know. Oh man, I want to
Tiny
play
the Tiger.
Crash so bad.
It used to be so much better than it is nowadays. Hipster 101.
Nowadays they fucking ruined it. But that's subject for another podcast, I guess, because we're
Yeah.
almost going at 2 hours.
2 hours. I got a lot
So-
to edit.
Damn.
Everyone, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to wrap it up. I could talk forever, I feel like. But thank you so much for listening, Julius, Gaff. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
show.
Connor.
And as usual, listen to the fucking outro, guys. Come on.
Man!
It has Jim's voice. Like, Jim's not on every podcast, but if you need your Jim's fix, it's there. And he also tells you how to interact with us. So
I got the
check that
feeling
out.
we should be careful because, like, the people that do listen to the Easter eggs now have just heard you say,
Oh, no,
"Come on,
yeah.
listen to the Easter eggs."
If you're
They do.
listening to the Easter eggs in the outro, thank you very much.
Yeah,
We
that's not on
appreciate
you
it.
guys. We love you guys.
And
Unless, you know, that's not your thing.
I'd probably give you a
I don't know.
cookie, I guess.
Maybe a hug.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Don't hold that against me if you meet me. So, thanks so much for listening.
Cactus
And
penis.
until
Cactus penis.
don't hold the cactus penis against anyone, actually.
Good.
And until next week, don't suck a cactus penis.
Bye!
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Diarrhea.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye.
Guys, I'm legit like the
Diarrhea
last part of that podcast is really fucked up for me because I am uncontrollably shaking and I can't explain why. And I think it's because I had that massive
Masturbation.
melt. No, I think it's because I just went through like yelling about something that pissed me off when I was a kid, but only had the balls to say it now.
I'm not saying that because
That'll happen.
I study psychology or anything, but
Ugh.
have you ever gone through therapy, Tyler?
I went through speech therapy when I was really, really young. Believe it or
Yeah,
not.
that's
That-
depending on the person you went, it's not the same thing.
Do you know what I went to speech therapy for when I was at the age of like 3 or 4?
Because you're gonna say th.
I couldn't say the word the.
Well,
And it's apparently still exists. I can't say the word 3. I can say the word the though. But I've never gone to any sort of therapy or anything like that shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like I got over it myself, but I've never explicitly said what had pissed me off through my school years until just then. I don't think I've even like discussed it with you guys on a personal level, so it was like a big thing for me to say on a podcast. And immediately as I said it, I was just like, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, fuck it, just roll with it. But
I mean,
don't
if
know.
you wanna edit it out, I'm cool with it. No, it's just that
Yeah.
really, dude. If that's the sort of thing I recommend to everyone. And again, it's not just because I study psychology, but also as someone who uses a kind of service. But really, therapy can help a whole lot.
I agree.
Hmm.
Tons.